Shalom Aleichem Rabotai. We're continuing Mishnah Yomi for Erev Shabbat, 48th day of the Omer. Be'ezrat Hashem, I hope to also post the Mishnayot in advance for Shabbat and for the first day of Shavuot, Be'ezrat Hashem. We are in the 8th parak of Sheviit, Klal Gadol, at Mishnah Hay. And this is a continuation of yesterday's Mishnah about doing business or paying or exchanging Perot Sheviit for goods or services. So Mishnah Hay reads, Ein notnin. We don't give Perot Sheviit lo levayar, not to the well digger. Vayar is like lashon bor, like a hole, a well for water. Lo levalan, not for the bathhouse guy to take a bath. Lo lesapar, not to the barber. Lo lesapan, and not to the boatman from lashon sfina, who gives a ride over the river. Right, so tolls are nothing new. Aval noten hu levayar lishtait. You could give it to the well digger. He already dug the well and he's got water available. You're trading Perot Sheviit for water, and water is also drank, and so you're good to go. Ulechulan, and to all of them, hunoten matnat chinam. You could give a free gift. So if these guys are giving as a gift their services, you could also give them as a gift Perot Sheviit, as we mentioned yesterday, by the bakery. Te'enim shel Sheviit, Mishnah Vav, Te'enim shel Sheviit, figs of the 7th year, ein kotzin otan b'muksa. There's a machlokes what this means. The Bartanura explains that the muksa here is the knife that's made for harvesting figs. So really it means you don't cut them off the fig tree with this fig knife. The muksa of volkotze otam bechorba, but you could cut them off with a chorba, is usually translated like a sword, like cherev pifyais, a sword, or a big knife. The Rambam understands differently, not like the Bartanura. He says, ein kotzinatan b'muksa. You don't put them away to dry in the normal place, which was called a muksa. Now this word sounds very familiar from Shabbos, because muksa on Shabbos is something we don't handle or utilize on Shabbos. It's put away, set aside. Muksa literally is set aside, and that's what they would do to their figs. They cut their figs and set them aside to dry. They cut them off the tree, make a little hole so they can dry out more easily, and they put them up on the roof or out of way, somewhere sunny, so they're going to dry off. And during the drying process, they're inedible. Figs could be eaten when they're fresh and they're ripe and they're fresh off the tree, or you could set them out to dry in the muksa. That was the name of the place also where they were set aside to dry. But during the drying process, they're really not edible. They're kind of, in between. And when they're done drying, now they're dried figs, and they're good to go again. So the Rambam understands you don't put them in the normal place, the muksa, the set-aside place for figs. In like a ruin, a dilapidated area, like not the normal area to put your figs. So you don't do it you don't process them in a normal way in Sheviit. Mishnah continues, Ein dorchin anavim begot, and we don't trample grapes in the got, the normal wine press of odorchu be'areva, but you would squish them in a large kneading bowl. It's a shinui, so you're not doing it in like a commercial business, large volume, Costco kind of volume thing. Ein osin zaitim bevod v'kotiv. We don't process olives in the bad, the olive press, v'kotiv, with the heavy beam that squishes the kishkes out of the olives. Aval koteshu umachnes levodida. But you could crush them and then put them in a bodida. Vodida is like a mini bad. So bad and bodida, it's like the mini press. Rabbi Shimon Omer aftochen hu beveit bad. You could grind them normally in the Beit Habad. That's not Beit Chabad. This is the press area where they're grinding. Umachnes levodida, and then you put them in your mini press at home. Because again, you're not doing commercial volume of olive pressing here. You're doing it for your own use, and so therefore you're doing it a small volume, not a commercial volume. So it's mutter. Shkoyach Rabos, good Shabbos.